Welcome to our channel. Today, we're venturing into the southern hemisphere to meet one of the most fascinating, beloved, and surprisingly complex creatures in the animal kingdom, the penguin. With their black and white plumage and upright stance, they look like they're ready for a formal dinner. But beneath the surface, penguins are incredible survivors, skilled hunters, and dedicated parents. In this video, we're going far beyond the surface. From the icy plains of Antarctica to the equator-kissed Galápagos Islands, we'll explore the hidden world of penguins, how they live, how they raise their young, how they survive extreme environments, and why their future is uncertain. Let's begin. Penguins are flightless seabirds that belong to the scientific family Sphinicidae. While they can't fly in the air, they are exceptional swimmers, among the best in the avian world. Their wings have evolved into flippers, enabling them to fly through water with astonishing speed and agility. Currently, there are 18 recognized species of penguins, though taxonomists occasionally debate this number based on genetic and morphological differences. The species range in size and appearance. The smallest is the little blue penguin, also known as the fairy penguin, which stands just 30–33 centimeters tall and weighs about 1 kilogram. On the other end of the spectrum is the emperor penguin, the largest of them all, reaching heights of up to 1.2 meters and weighing over 40 kilograms. Penguins are warm-blooded and covered in dense layers of feathers that keep them waterproof and insulated. Unlike many birds, they molt all their feathers at once in a process called a catastrophic molt, leaving them unable to swim or hunt until their new feathers grow in. Evolutionarily, penguins are thought to have developed their aquatic lifestyle around 60 million years ago, not long after the extinction of the dinosaurs. Their closest living relatives include albatrosses and petrels, not exactly who you'd expect, given their very different lifestyles. While we often associate penguins with the frozen continent of Antarctica, not all penguins live in cold climates. In fact, only a few species, like the emperor and Adélie penguins, breed exclusively on the Antarctic continent. Penguins inhabit a wide range of environments across the southern hemisphere. Here's a quick breakdown. Antarctica emperor, Adélie, chinstrap. Subantarctic islands king, Gentoo, macaroni, rockhopper. South America Magellanic, Humboldt. Africa African penguin. Australia and New Zealand little blue, Fiordland, snares. Galápagos Islands, Galápagos penguin, the only penguin species found north of the equator. Most penguins are highly migratory, traveling vast distances between their feeding and breeding grounds. Many return to the same nesting sites year after year, demonstrating incredible navigational abilities, possibly using Earth's magnetic field, the position of the sun, or even smell. Despite the differences in climate, every penguin species has one thing in common: a life that's deeply connected to the ocean. Penguins may be cute, but they are also ferocious underwater predators. Their diet primarily consists of fish, squid, and krill, with the exact menu depending on the species and the region. To catch their prey, penguins rely on speed. Some species, like the Genta penguin, can swim up to 36 km per hour. Agility. Their flippers allow for tight turns and rapid acceleration. Vision. Penguins have excellent underwater eyesight, adapted to spot fast-moving prey in dim light. Diving skills. The emperor penguin holds the record, diving over 500 meters deep and holding its breath for up to 20 minutes. Smaller species usually stick to shallower dives of 20 to 50 meters. Penguins may dive hundreds of times a day in search of food, especially during breeding season, when they're feeding chicks. A unique adaptation in their salt glands allows them to drink seawater. These glands filter out excess salt, which is then excreted through their nasal passages in a salty fluid. Penguins often hunt in groups, increasing their chances of catching prey and avoiding predators such as sea lions, leopard seals, and orcas. Penguins are some of the most dedicated parents in the animal kingdom. The breeding cycle, though it varies by species, often includes elaborate courtship rituals, nesting, and long periods of incubation and chick rearing. Let's take the emperor penguin as an extreme example. In the brutal Antarctic winter, males incubate a single egg on top of their feet, covered by a skin fold called a brood pouch. Temperatures can plummet to -60 degrees Celsius with winds over 100 km per hour. The males huddle together in massive groups, fasting for nearly 2 months, while the females are away at sea feeding. Once the chick hatches, it is carefully passed to the mother, who returns with food in her crop. Parents take turns going to sea and feeding the chick, a process that continues for several months. Other species have different strategies. The African penguin nests in burrows or under bushes, while macaroni penguins lay their eggs on rocky slopes. Some species lay two eggs, but typically only one chick survives due to limited resources. Regardless of the species, penguin parents face incredible challenges from predation and starvation to storms and heat waves. Their ability to cooperate and commit to raising their young is a key to their survival. Penguins are highly social animals. They live in colonies that can number in the tens, or even hundreds of thousands. These massive gatherings known as rookeries offer safety in numbers, but also come with intense competition for space and mates. Communication is essential in these noisy environments. Penguins rely on vocalizations. Each penguin has a unique call used to identify its mate or chick. In a crowd of thousands, parents and chicks can recognize each other's voices. Body language, head bowing, flipper waving, and preening are all part of their social interactions. Displays. Courtship involves synchronized movements, often resembling a dance. Some species, like the Genta penguin, present pebbles as gifts to potential mates. Penguins form strong pair bonds, and many species are monogamous during the breeding season, some even for life. Social behaviors like communal huddling, synchronized diving, and group molting show how much penguins rely on cooperation to survive. Sadly, penguins are facing increasing threats, and more than half of all species are declining in population. Major threats include climate change, altered sea ice patterns, and warmer ocean temperatures are disrupting the food web. For example, declining krill populations due to melting ice affect penguins directly. Overfishing: penguins must compete with commercial fisheries for fish, like anchovies and sardines. Pollution: oil spills and plastic waste have devastating impacts. A single spill can kill thousands of penguins. Habitat destruction: coastal development and tourism can disturb nesting sites. Introduce predators: rats, cats, and dogs on islands where penguins nest often prey on eggs and chicks. Conservation efforts include marine protected areas, legal protections and fishing regulations, habitat restoration and predator control, public awareness and ecotourism programs. Penguin rescue and rehabilitation centers, especially in South Africa and New Zealand. Despite the challenges, success stories give hope. Populations of some penguins, like the king penguin, have rebounded in protected areas. But continued vigilance and global cooperation are critical. Penguins are not just symbols of cuteness or comedic waddling, they're ambassadors of the wild, indicators of ocean health, and some of nature's most impressive survivors. Studying and protecting penguins helps us understand broader environmental issues, from climate change to marine conservation. Every effort to protect their world is also a step toward protecting our own. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of penguins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And let us know in the comments which penguin species is your favorite, and why. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring.